Hi everyone, I'm Caroline and welcome to Beginner's Yoga Spinal Warm-Up. If you've ever taken a class with me before, you know how much I stress the importance of taking care of your spine. I have my own issues that I deal with, and I like to help others prevent any disc issues as much as possible. As we get older, unfortunately, it's just a part of life. So anything we can do to kind of lubricate our spine and warm up for our everyday practice, the better off we're going to be. So the point of this class is just to kind of create some space in our vertebrae and get our muscles warmed up so that you can safely practice in your flow.
Space. Every day is sunny, oh that's what they say. Since I landed here, it's raining every day. You and I are stormy.
So let's get started here. Go ahead and lower down onto your back. Kind of starting more in a resting position here. We're going to tuck our shoulder blades underneath the body. Palms facing the ceiling, kind of feet flat on the floor. And we're going to slowly draw the knees to the chest. Not pulling in, just kind of letting them land where they may. Giving our body some space and time to open up. So we're going to start just kind of opening the knees until the arms straighten. Kind of hands just resting on the kneecaps. And then with each exhale, go ahead and draw them into the chest. Again, not really pulling too hard, just allowing them to come in to wherever's comfortable. Inhale, open. Exhale, pull the knees in. Inhale, open. Exhale, pull the knees in. Inhale, open. We're going to do just some gentle little twists here, or circles, massaging the sacrum. So go ahead and kind of roll them around to the right. We're going to start from the lower spine and work our way all the way up to the cervical, up into the neck. Kind of warming up one area at a time. Go ahead and switch. So we're moving around to the left. Great, you guys. Find some stillness in the middle, and we're going to go ahead and lower the knees over to the right. So it's important here that our left shoulder stays on the floor. If your knees cannot quite get to the floor, if you don't have the openness quite yet, go ahead and grab a block and let that block rest underneath your knees. Gaze can be over to the left fingertips. If you do have the space and you can use your right fingers to just gently pull the knees a little farther to the floor. It's more important that our left shoulder is on the floor than where our knees end up. Inhale back to center. Exhale, go ahead and switch that block over to the other side, or just lower your knees as far as they'll go. Gaze over to the right fingertips, finding this gentle twist. Inhale back to center. We're going to let the forehead kind of come towards the knees, finding a gentle rock side to side. Kind of giving the mid-back or the thoracic spine just a little bit of a massage here. Good. Go ahead and rock up. Come to a seated position. I find it helpful here to grab a block. Go ahead and place it underneath your sits bones. Easier to have the hips above the knees, always putting our lumbar spine, keeping our lumbar spine in mind. So we're going to go ahead and reach up, clasp the hands together, push the palms to the sky, and pull the wrists toward the back of the mat. Pulling our navel in, just finding a little bit of resistance here. Our tailbone and wrists are pulling to the back. Heart and ribs are opening to the front. A little bounce. Big inhale. Exhale, center. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, we're going to lower so that our left hand is on the right knee. Right hand at the back of the mat. Kind of pushing through the mat, pulling the crown of the head to the sky. And with an exhale, find a little bit deeper of a twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, arms up, back to center. Exhale, switch sides. Left hand to the back of the mat, right hand to the left knee. Pulling the crown of the head upwards. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, back to center. Go ahead and find tabletop position. We can remove our block for the moment. You can keep those toes kind of tucked under, or you can lay them flat, whichever you prefer. Just a gentle cat-cow here. So pulling the heart to the front, pulling the navel up, tailbone up to the sky, and then leading with the tailbone first. We're going to contract into cat pose. Big exhale here. Inhale, pull that heart back to the front. Exhale, navel up into the spine, tucking the chin to the chest. Inhale, cow. Exhale, contract. Now find some circles here with your hips and your ribs. Kind of doing what feels good in your body, creating a little bit more space. Opening with each inhale and bringing it back to cat with each exhale. Find maybe one more. Now neutralize the spine with a big inhale. Push the crown of the head to the front of the mat, tailbone to the back. And then with your exhale, we're going to bring kind of your right ear to your right hip. Or as much as it will go anyway. Finding a stretch on the left side body here. Inhale back to center. Exhale, bring the left ear to the left hip. Inhale back to center. We're going to kind of push our weight backward, tucking the head here into bunny pose. So if you can't get into a full bunny pose, getting the crown of the head to the floor and putting our hands on our heels, feel free to grab a block and put it underneath the crown of the head. It just gives us, again, a little bit more space to work with. So whichever feels better for you. We're going to then push our weight toward the front of the mat while holding on to the heels. So finding a little bit of resistance here gives us a nice stretch in the back of the neck, pulling the shoulder blades apart. This is also a really good stretch if you have any inversion practice or arm balances. I do this after every practice. Good. Inhale, we're going to slowly rise up. Back to a tabletop. Reach your right hand to the sky. Big inhale. Exhale, we're going to thread it through. So bringing it underneath the left arm, lowering our right shoulder to the mat, pulling our navel into the spine. Clasp the hands if you can here. If that stretch is good enough, then you go ahead and stay. But otherwise, clasp the hands and pull the arms out to the side. So pushing the arms all the way to the left, finding a nice stretch in the shoulder blades. Inhale, coming back up to tabletop. Take a second to readjust. Then you're going to take another inhale, left arm to the sky, threading it through underneath the right arm, clasping the hands and pushing them out to the right side of the mat. Really finding a stretch in that back body by your shoulder blades. Great, you guys. Inhale back to center. Exhale, we can go ahead and shift our weight back onto the heels. Arms up to the ceiling. Big inhale. Exhale, arms clasped behind the mat, behind the back. Pull the heart to the sky, navel into the spine. Nice deep stretch in the thoracic. Pulling the arms or the hands down to the mat, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale back to center. Exhale, pull the shoulder blades down as far as you can. Crown of the head up to the ceiling. Inhale, grab the right side of your head with your left hand and kind of pull it with your fingertips over to the left. So left ear to the left shoulder, while you're pulling your right shoulder down away from the right ear. This should be a really nice stretch in the right side of the neck. Inhale back to center. Go ahead and switch. Exhale, bringing the right ear to the right shoulder and finding as much space as we can between the left shoulder and the left ear. Use those fingertips to pull just a little bit extra of a stretch. Great, inhale back to center. Go ahead and shift your weight onto the balls of your feet. Slowly rise to the top. You can come to the center or the top of the mat if you'd like. Big inhale up, clasp the hands again, pushing the palms to the ceiling, bending the legs, pulling the navel in, and finding a gentle stretch here with a bounce. Really pulling the heart to the ceiling. Big inhale. Exhale, push the palms to the front of the room, finding a contraction in the shoulder blades. Inhale, bend, heart to the sky. Exhale, relax. Inhale, bend. Exhale, push forward. Inhale this time, arms all the way to the ceiling. Exhale, we're gonna cactus the arms, same kind of motion, pulling the navel into the spine, bending the knees. This is just gonna be a little bit lower in the back. Inhale to the top, exhale, bend. Inhale up, exhale, heart to the sky. Inhale up. We're gonna eagle arm. So right arm crosses over the left, bringing the palms together. Go ahead and breathe out, contracting the ribs, finding kind of a cat position here. And then inhale, legs bent, again bringing the heart to the sky and lowering our head back. Always sucking that navel into the spine. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Let's find center and go ahead and switch arms. Inhale, heart to sky. Exhale, bend. Inhale up. Exhale, cat. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale, cat. So you should feel nice and warmed up and ready to start your first flow. Thanks, guys.